How the heck is everybody doing? Well, you're looking at my e-bike here. Yeah, because I don't have enough crap to mess with. Actually, I got plenty of crap to mess with. But I walk a lot, and you know, biking's good exercise. Yes, it is an e-bike, but you can pedal it, so, and I will pedal it. But this thing is the Amyet EB26, paid for with my own money. Amyet is not a sponsor. Nobody is a sponsor. But this thing's 1,000 watt, 1,500 watts peak, 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. It's 26-inch, fat tire. Supposedly has a range of 60 miles. I'm guessing pedaling it. And it says, claims a top speed of 28 miles an hour. Well, we're going to test that. So this thing was, and I'll put a link in the description, got it on Walmart. It was, I don't know, a little over 500 bucks or so. So I don't think it come with a, I got a helmet. It didn't come with a helmet. You know, I'm guessing it comes with everything you need, the bike, the wheels, the charger, and all that good stuff. So let me get you set up in the tripod here. This thing is actually pretty heavy. I helped the FedEx guy carry it in because he did not even have a dolly in his truck. This thing's got to weigh 70 pounds, I'm guessing. I'll check out the specs and see if they have a weight listed on it. I don't think it has it on the box. No, it's got a little symbol down there with a fork and a cup, so I guess you are not supposed to eat that. Yeah, gross weight is 83.78 pounds. So yeah, it's got a little heft to it. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably about 80 pounds. You take out all the packaging and stuff like that. So let me get you set up and I will bring you right back. All right, I may have to lay this thing on its side to get it out of this box. I'm no He-Man. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get you up a little bit higher. Sorry if I just spun you around really quick. I got a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so I need some side cuts. I think I got black. I think. All right, looks like we got a fender. Let's set this over here. Seats attached. And there's more zip ties down here. Tires have no air in them. Got that one. More padding. Boy, it is a little toasty in here. Did I get them all? I don't think I did. Oh, it comes with a bike pump. Nice. Not that I don't have an air compressor and a portable air station thingy. I think there's another, is there another zip tie down there? I don't see one. Nope, got a tire out. Plastic covers there on the sprocket. There is only, it's not a dual motor, it's only got one motor. Let's see what we got down here. stuff. Tell you what I might could do is rip open this side here, kind of roll it out. If it'll roll. It might. Guess we're going to find out, aren't we? What did I just do with that razor knife? Of course, if I got to send it back, I'm kind of screwed. Let's see how heavy it is. Let's get this box of parts. We'll check that out in a minute. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to lift this up and out over this box. Oh shit. Sorry. Let me get this here. Straighten you guys back up. Box hit you. Sorry about that, man. You caught that action though. Yeah. Guess I'm not as weak as I thought I was. Okay. Let's see here. What do we want to do first? Do we want to look at instructions? Or do we just want to unwrap stuff and maybe see how this front wheel goes on? Of course, the thing's probably going to tip right over. That's going to be the other challenge, is trying to... Man, I wish I had my... It's in a pod, of course. Everything is in a pod. My little jack for the motorcycles. And I can put it up under that front sprocket there. But we'll just get creative if we have to. Okay, so that is levers, controls. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. The front is adjustable, the front shocks. Okay, front caliper. I think I'm gonna leave some of this padding on here. There is a bolt down there. Tell you what, guys, I gotta find something to get this thing off the ground, you know. So let me see what I can come up with, and I'll bring you right back. All right, before I go messing with the bike there, I got it kind of propped up. I kind of want to see what's in this box, see if we can find the owner's manual. We got pedals. We've got a big, very big headlight. That's pretty cool. I have no idea. Maybe that's a quick release for the front wheel, possibly. That'd be my guess. We have some tools. What did it come with? Allen nut driver, some washers. I'm guessing those are for the front wheel. No tool bag though. Bummer. Okay, that an 18 and a 13 and a 15. A couple Allen wrenches. the charger. Charger for the user's manual. And the manual. So, yeah, let's take a look at this contents here and see what it says. All right, so it says align the front wheel with a shock absorber fork and install the front wheel, a shock absorbing fork. Do not install the tire in the opposite direction. The front disc brake and the front disc brake caliper should be on the same side, and then fix the front wheel. Do not overexert to damage the front fork carrier. Okay. Then it talks about the pedals. Let's see here. Well, here it says rated at 1,000 watts, but on the ads they show it peaking at 1,500 watt, which I don't really care. Yeah, it doesn't. I do have some reading glasses here for my old eyeballs. Maybe I'm just not seeing something in this picture. No. Okay, no, it says pass the quick release through the front wheel, install a spring and a nut on its other side, and finally tighten the quick release. So that is a quick release. So that, and I'm guessing we're gonna need these. I'm guessing. Let me take a look. Let's go over here and take a look at that front wheel. And let's take this wrench and see if it fits, which it probably does not fit. This thing, let me slide you down here so you can see what I'm seeing. Of course, I can't see the screen, but now I can see the screen. I just need to bring my cell phone over. That way I can see. Oh, it does. This thing is precariously balanced on a tub of coffee beans. See? That's a pretty janky setup I got right there, but that's all I got. I wish I had my jack. So let's remove this screw. Okay, that's out. Okay, let's roll the wheel over. Okay, I'll get it lined up with the caliper. Wait a minute, something ain't right there. Because it says there's a quick release, so I'm guessing this actually has to come out of here. We've got that nut driver. Let's see if it'll fit over that. I don't think it will. At least bring my phone over here, that way I can make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. No. No. All right. I hate when they do that. You know, they send you a toolkit for and they don't send you the tools that actually you need. So that's probably 17 maybe. And then this one, it looks like it'll fit on the inside, maybe. Oh, I'm gonna grab a 17. I get a 16 through 18. One of those is bound to fit. So let's try a 16. Does not fit. 17 fits. Put this on the other side. No. Okay, does it need a little tap, tap, tappy? What am I missing here, guys? Because that had a nut, had these two on it, and it mentioned the quick disconnect. Where's that supposed to go? If it doesn't go through this, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Never mind. It goes through the center of this. All right, so I guess I need to put that nut back on. But now the other question is there is also a spring attached to that. What the heck? Did I grab the wrong nut? I think I did. No, that's not it. Where'd that nut go? Got those? All right. Don't you hate when you lose your nuts? What did I do with it? I thought I threw it over there on the lid, that lid. Unless I put it on backwards, which I think I did. I think this goes on there. That is and then we got, I still don't look right. Okay, let me, because that nut is, I didn't pay no attention when I took it off. I haven't taken that apart. There's a spring on here. So I don't know if this goes through and then the spring stays on this side. Maybe it does. I'll have to look in that picture again, but I took that nut off and I thought And maybe it was smaller on this side. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? You know, I did not pay attention to the thickness of it, but it is not the same. You see these here, they got the little flange on them, you know. So let's get that book. See what I'm missing. Okay, got the book here. So it says the spring and the nut goes on the other side, and then tighten the quick release. Okay. Well, that answers that, guys. So I'll take the spring, set the spring there, turn this back around, and we're gonna lift it up carefully and try to not get it to fall over. It does not mention anything about these little pieces here, these. So I'm going to put one right there, maybe? No, up at the top. There's a, can you see? There's a hole right above there. So we'll put that one there. And then we're going to put this one over here. See if it's we'll fix this problem. Okay, now there's two springs. I'm leaving one spring on. There's two springs, so I'm going to leave one on one side, and then I will put a spring on the other side, which fell off and I can't reach. Ugh. Got it. And then I will put the cone. See how that's shaped? Can you see that? I'm gonna put it like this on the other side, along with that little keeper. And this is gonna be challenging. No, I'm gonna put it the other way. I'm gonna have it like that. So it sits inside of that. So the wide end is gonna go into here. And that stupid thing keeps falling out. That little keeper. Okay, we are inside the caliper. Now, how does this? I don't guess that really matters. Let's see if this thing fits on the end of that. And it does not. So how are you supposed to tighten that? We'll tighten it with what? Because it doesn't look like it's not a regular nut. Let me show you. Hopefully you can see that. It's not a regular style nut. So let me get a pair of pliers and just snug that up a bit, because I mean, I don't think that front wheel's gonna fall off, but I'd feel a little better if it was a little tighter than what it is. Now, it doesn't show, I don't think, in this picture. Maybe it does. How that lever's supposed to go, whether it's supposed to go down or if it's supposed to go up. Looks like they have it going up. Okay, so snug it up on this side, on the left side, as I'm looking at it. And then pull the lever up. Well, that looks better. It's just rubbing on that cable. Okay, so can we take it off the pad, my box. I'll bring you guys over here. Ooh, doggy, it is toasty in here. Okay, let's, is a kickstand on this thing? Yes. We'll demonstrate that here in a little bit. So at least we have a front wheel on, and we ain't got to worry about it tipping over. Keep all this stuff together just in case. All right, good. We got that. Let's get the battery out so we can check it out and at least get it charging. Let's throw all that over there. Take some of this other crap off of here. Whew. Yeah, I really need to work on getting my little AC contraption rigged up. Because it's about 90. Earlier today it was like 93 in here. And I got my big fan turned off. I got the ceiling fan going on high. It only moves so much air. It rained earlier. I think it's supposed to rain again. And it kind of cooled it off a little bit. Okay. That mirrors, that look backwards. Maybe it spins around. Anyway. Here comes Mr. Mini Bike. Okay. How does... You can charge it apparently on the bike, maybe. How do you take it? Oh, maybe you have to charge it on the bike. Maybe it doesn't even come off the bike. Okay. No, there is a there is a key over here. Did you guys see any keys? We didn't see no keys in the box. Let's hope they're on the handlebar. Or a remote. There's keys. I will leave that on the display. risk scratching that up. Let's see if I can get these off the handlebar. Okay, let's see if we can unlock this. It's unlocked. Does it come up, out? I'm guessing up. Yeah, it slides up. Up, and then out. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna take this, we'll come over here. And peel this little rubber thing off. How the heck is that? There we go. Just pops up. Let's see how much of a charge it's got. Turn it on. About 3/4. We got that. What do I do with the power cord? Okay, the green light came on that. Let's plug it into the side here. I don't see no lights in the front. This turned red though, right there. All right, so we're gonna leave that go. Let's come back over here. Looks to me like this wheel is supposed to go this way. You know what? I'm gonna have to look online, look on their website, because it looks like it's backwards the other way, and it looks like this should be sitting right here like this. Let's see if the manual shows. Okay, yeah, it does show. Get my screen on here. It does show it facing out, which is what I thought. Okay. So let's take, we're gonna need one of those Allens. Too big. Just right. Do I need to aim you guys up a bit? I think I do. Do I got any more height? There we go. I have a ton of them love bugs in here. I got my screen. I got a screen on the door here, which actually works really good. I didn't do a review on that, but it was pretty cheap. And I'll show you guys here in a minute. Okay, so we got those. This is going to go up. And whoa. Go like that. Kind of wiggle that back around in there. Try to get these things started by hand. It might be kind of tough. Ain't a whole lot of room in there. No, I need to. Can't get your fingers in there. At least get them held into position. You know what? I moved from Indiana because I wanted it hot. I got my wish. It is hot. We actually got rain yesterday, rain today, which has been sorely needed. Man, this thing ain't too tall for me. I'm 5'9". With a 30-inch inseam. So yeah, I'm according to whatever average male height. So I was watching Musty One the other day. He got an e-bike, and that guy is 6'1", and it was 20. I think they said it was 26 inch, and that guy, he could not even put both feet down on it, and at 6'1". So I'm getting kind of worried. Okay, actually, since we've got it here, let's sit on it and see. Oh, no. That'll be fine. I can put both feet down. I don't know if you can see that. Have to aim you down, but I'm definitely, tires are flat. Okay, so what do we want to put on next? Let's go with a front fender. I'll move this over here. I should get a beer. I'm gonna move you over to the other side. Okay, so can you see me? Yes, you can see me. So I'm guessing it just goes like so, or does it go like so? I'm guessing it. Guessing it's going to go like this. Let's see. Do they show a picture? No, they do not. Oh, I think this has 8 PAS levels, pedal assist. Okay, well, they don't show. That looks kind of weird. That definitely looks kind of weird. Maybe that's it. Hey man, if it's not, we can always take it back off. There is a nut, some sort of spacer thing. No, that's actually threaded. Okay. You see this, where I'm pointing my finger? Can you see where I'm pointing my, can you see that? Let me get you down closer. Oh. There is, see right here, that hole. I don't think I'm missing any other fenders. Is there a fender? You know what? I think that goes on the back. I don't think there is a fender for the front. No, because I think that's where the headlight goes. So let's see here. What do I do with that headlight? Better move my glasses before I step on them. Okay, so I've got the headlight, and there is a screw right here where my hand is. I mean, not a screw, but a connector for the headlight. So is there another screw that we're missing? And all I got over here is pedals. Okay. So we got pedals here. No, there is a fender in the back already. It's already on there. I'll show you here in a sec. Okay, so then back to this. So we got that on there. I was talking about the pedals, just the saddle, inflate the tires, just the height of the handlebar. It does not mention okay, tighten the screws. Huh? What's this? Headlight? Because it says in here, first install the integrated handlebar on the head and tighten the 3 screws as shown in the figure. Okay. It still doesn't mention the front fender, but I'm looking up here and we've got the display. Handlebars have to mount that way. There's nowhere else to put the handlebars. And there are 4 screws, not 3. Okay, well, if we go and we look at this thing, I'm guessing this attaches over the fender. And maybe it goes like that. Maybe. There is that washer. Uh-oh, battery's getting low. Let's switch batteries. There is this washer on here that looks like it would fits right over top of that screw. All right, hold on a minute. I gotta get another battery. Bring you right back. All right, got a new battery in. The other one's charging. Okay, I'm going to put this fender like this. And I'm gonna put the headlight. There was a nut there, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this headlight in because I think this is the way it's supposed to go. Because I would think you would want that fender to go over the back side of the wheel to keep water off of your battery. That'd be my guess. Okay, so that's tight in there. This looks like it's aiming up into space. So we'll aim that down a little bit. Not that I plan on riding at night. Well, that ain't right because the screw is not extending out the back enough. Am I missing something here again? No, there is not enough purchase to put that on there. So maybe I'll show you that piece I'm talking about. You see the screw in my hand. It's got that little like spacer right there. That. And if we don't put that on, will this tighten down? It should. So then what is the purpose of this piece right here? It's just a piece of plastic. I don't know. Well, let's screw this in and see what we got. Since we're right here and we took it right back off. And maybe that piece goes somewhere else. Maybe the back side of this. Oh, and they don't include a Phillips either. You know, I just think, personally, that if they're going to send you, sell you a product and send you some tools, why don't they send you all the tools that you could possibly need? You know, so that ain't gonna fit there. I mean, it'll fit now. But I still don't know what this plastic piece is for. Oh well, I guess we'll wing it. This fender is adjustable up and down. So let's, too big. Let's try this one here. Okay, that'll fit. That's crooked as all get out. Okay, that's on. And then we need the little wire to go up into this thing. It is slotted. Got to go back. Okay, so that's on there. So we still have this mystery piece here. I have no idea what that goes to, so I will throw that on the table. Okay, let's get the rest of this wrapping stuff off of here, and we'll put some pedals on. Yeah, you can see where I'm at. It does have Shimano gears. Oh, crap. I think it's a 7-speed. 10-speed? 7-speed? 5-speed? Some sort of speed. I'm being a crazy man with the razor in my hand. Oh, come on, out of there. Okay, got that. Need to get this bag off of here. Seat's not tightened down. And we've got a ton of plastic wrap around it. Okay, we got that. I will put that seat all the way down for my short little legs. Okay, that's good. Just do with that razor. Brought another fan out. Not that it's helping much. But it'll move a little bit of air. Damn it, I meant to get the side cuts. Seven. So, dude, you know how long it's been since I even had a 10-speed bicycle? Back in the day, I had got Julie a NACTO, NAKTO, little bike, single speed. It's cute. I think it would do like 20, 25. I don't know. So they claim, oh, and we will go over that, you know, the specs on this thing. When you see me say, I'm over here. Well, maybe you can't even see me. I don't even have my phone turned this way. I can't even see what I'm seeing. Let's get you right there and put a pedal on. What size is this? 15. Okay. Right side, left side. They are labeled. And they are reverse thread. On this side. So as you're sitting on the bike, the left side. Okay. So let's turn you a little bit that way. We'll put this one on. And then we'll just kind of take a look at the bike with it fully assembled. I like the way it looks. Of course, if I had my druthers, I would have rather had red striping instead of white. I like red better. Okay, so we got that. Let's put our tools over here so I'm not stepping on everything. We'll take the cover off. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like the way it looks. Looks pretty sharp. Wonder how well this thing would go in that sugar sand. We are going to find out. We are definitely going to find out. Okay, let me park you right here. We are still charging. And you can't, it doesn't reveal anything if you press the button while it's charging. But it shows 4. All right, so how do we put this thing back down in here? Kind of get it in there, lift up, and try to get it in there. Get all my crap out of the way. Is it in here? I don't think so. There it is. All right, it's locked. I got 4 bars. I'll take this key, set it over here on the table. So I'm guessing we don't need a key or a key fob to turn it on. Let's see. Bring you over here. And we'll angle you up a little bit. Does it just turn on? Oh no. Okay. So that's on. Oh. Okay, so you can just hit your, it's got this little lever here. You can just hit that lever to change gears. Cool. Okay. Back to, what the heck, man? This is all in freaking Spanish. I can't read this. Puerto de Carga? Something or other. You see that, guys? You seeing that? That's all in Spanish. I'm guessing Spanish. That sucks because I'm American. All right, so how do we actually turn it on? Do I gotta look in the manual to figure out how to turn it on? Because hopefully this thing does not require a key fob because it did not come with a key fob. Let's get the manual again. The key is only used to open the compartment. Okay, so I guess we're recording again. I think it filled up the internal memory card. Okay, turn on the bike. Press and hold the power engages until power engages. All right, there we go. You just press and hold. To increase pedal assist level, press the up arrow button, or let's see here. Do we have a little cover on here? Yeah, this thing looks kind of scratched up. bike was used. That display, unless it's got a plastic cover on it, which I can't seem to grab here, looks kind of scratched up. No, there is a cover on it. There we go. Now it doesn't look scratched up. I was starting to get worried there for a minute. Okay, so PAS. Okay, so you hit the plus key. No. To increase your pedal assist, you press the up arrow button, I'm guessing this one here. Yeah, there we go. That's to change your PAS levels. You are seeing that, right? I can't tell. Let me, how do I want to best handle this situation? Let's do this. We'll just take you off the tripod. Well, you're still on the tripod. I just collapsed the tripod. Okay, so here's your screen. And here's your up and down button. Changes your PAS levels. To turn on the headlight, you hit this button once. Headlight on. Headlight is on. Oh, it's even got a backlight. So do you hit it again? Is it like low and bright? No, it's just simply on and off. Okay. There is a bell. Horn. That works. Shift mode. Press the M switch to switch the interface. Okay, so hit the M button, it goes to power, time, odometer, trip, and back to power. Pretty straightforward. Okay. The headlight is there a headlight display? Okay, so how do we get, is there a different display on here? So if you hit the power switch again, it doesn't do anything. And this is just changing the PAS level. So we have the battery up here. We have the battery up here. We have the speed right here. It's in miles per hour, which is good. Your PAS level and your power. Okay. You can change the PAS settings. There's supposedly a, I wonder if there's a hack for one of these things. I don't know. I will have to look through this thing and see what all, how do you even get into the setup screen? I'm looking in the manual to see. I'm sure you got to press two buttons together. Oh, okay. So P0, press and hold the plus and the minus key. And now you can cycle through these things. And what is P0? P0 is normal. 1 is retain. 2 is braking. Okay, so how do we get out of that screen? Okay, back to there. So we're here. Do you hit the M? PO2. Yes, hit the M, and that'll cycle through all these different settings. P0 through 9, P1 through 9, P2. P2 only has, you can't go backwards. So you just gotta keep hitting that button to cycle through them. So P0s are the backlight brightness, unit of measure. Here, I'll just take a, you can see this page here. Wheel diameter inch, speed measuring, speed limit. We don't need that. Drive mode is P10. Determine how much power to output through the power gear. At this time, turn handle is invalid. I don't know. Paths range setting 0 to 5 is P12. And this does time out after a little bit. So, yeah. And then P20 is some protocol. Okay. P19 indicates the enable bit, whatever that means. So, yeah, these are just all the different settings on here. Okay, great. All right, so we are done with that. I'm gonna read that while I'm drinking a beer. But yeah, this is how it looks, guys. It does have the rear fender on here. We got the front fender on now. We'll hold this wheel back. That looks much better. I'll go ahead and turn it off. We got our gear indicator. I don't think it, it's got front brake or back brake, front brake. It has I thought this thing is there a lock on here? Because I could have swore you could throttle this. That's the rear brake. Am I missing something? I don't know. We're going to drive it and see. So, bring you back in a minute. That was a very quick minute. The throttle is right here. So, you turn it like this, not this part. That's kind of wonky. All right, well, now I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay. I was looking at the bike here, and I do have the tires filled up, 20 pounds, using my, never did a review on it, Astro AI tire inflator. Works great. What I did notice though is I was back here and I noticed these screws right here. This thing was not attached. So I'm trying to get these screws out of here. Let's try and see if we can back it out. And sorry, this is a 6-speed, not a 7-speed. Shows you what I know, man. It's been a long time since I had a bike. Okay, so got that one out, but we got to get this up. How the heck are you supposed to get that in? Let me go take the other side out. May have to take the front off. That actually might be easier. So let me do that. I'm just going to take the front off. This is going to be fun to put on here. I can tell you right now. Oh, that's on there tight. I'm only going to take the one screw out. See if I can get this one out of here out of the back. Come on, man, these things are tight. Okay, so that's another issue. Out of the box, they don't have the back rack hooked up. Not a showstopper by any stretch, but still. You'd think, what a slippery little sucker. Screws are in there tight. But I am using the toolkit that it came with. Okay. All right, so if I take off the other side, let's see if that makes getting this on here any easier. I think I might have to manhandle it to get these front ones on. Okay, so it's completely loose. Let's get the back ones in. Maybe. Dude, I just want to take it for a ride. Oh, you piece of crap. Well, where'd the washer go? Getting these things started. Is it started? It started. Okay, let me get the other side in. Okay, got the bottom in. Now, how are we going to get this top in? You know what? Is it hitting this fender? Is that fender causing a problem? Because it is not wanting to go forward. What am I hitting? Am I hitting the seat? I think I'm hitting the seat. Raise the seat all the way up. There we go. So yeah, I was hitting. Oh, there's Mini Bike Boy. So remember to loosen your seat up so it doesn't hit. Or loosen it, raise it up. That doesn't feel like it's going in right. Doesn't look like it's going straight. Okay, I'm gonna tighten this down to where it's kind of tight, but not tight. You know, like super tight. Come back around here. Let's get this screw in. This other one here. I know the bike's probably moving on you. Now can you see where I'm at here? Not really. Sorry. I'm right here, trying to get that screw in. And what is it hitting? It's not going down far enough. I don't want to take that other side out. Let me loosen this side up a little more. Ah, it came out. Okay, let's try this. There goes Mini Bike Mike. I don't think that's really a Mini Bike Mike, but I mean, his name could be Fred for all I know. See if that'll... Where'd my washer go? Ugh. Well, according to... It's not quite lined up. And the bike keeps rolling away on me. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I'm trying to squeeze it with my thumb. Oh, and it fell out. All right. As you can see, this is a little frustrating. See if I can put my foot under the front wheel, back wheel. Get this into position. Pull it forward. I think I got it. I got it. Okay, got that one tight. Back here. Yeah, it's just plastic, but we'll see if that rattles much. Now, bring you over here, show you the kickstand. It does have a pretty sharp looking kickstand. Oh, I gotta put my handlebar thing on. Get my tire inflator out of the way. Actually, I probably ought to charge that up. So, yeah, let's get you off of here. Get you down. Okay, so there is the Shimano Tourney TZ 6-speed. These are 26x4 tires. Got some decent tread on them. Gotta put my seat back down. Tiny little brakes. Tiny. But it's got a pretty nice looking kickstand. And like I said, the front shocks are adjustable. So right now it is currently locked. And I'm not going to mess with them right now. I'm going to see how it does without that. And what else did I want to show you? Well, let's lower the seat back down. Oh, so here's an issue. That's as low as the seat will go because of this rack. So you would have to take, if you need this thing to go down any lower, you're gonna have to take this whole thing off and heat right there and bend it forward, bend these forward that way to get this to slant back more that way. So we're gonna see how well my feet fit. Well, that's pretty stupid. So that's another thing, note to self. Let's sit on it. Oh yeah, now I'm tippy-toeing. See? Okay. So that ain't good, that ain't cool. And there is no adjustment on this thing for that. And I think even if we try to turn the seat, will that work? No. Huh. Well, that's a pisser. Right there, that is a pisser. How are we gonna get around that problem? I mean, I can tippy-toe it, yes, but I don't want to tippy-toe it. Just like on a motorcycle, I do not like not having my feet not being able to flat foot. And it's not hitting this fender, it's this bracket. I wonder if we can, because there is a screw hole there. No, because the brake is in that same screw hole on the other side. So we can't move that. Okay. Can we notch out the back of the seat? Not really. Okay, and we're talking a sizable distance. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty near 3/4 of an inch that this thing is going to have to slant back that way. I mean, I suppose I could try bending it. I ain't gonna do it now, but because those are two separate. Down here, it's tack welded up here. It's welded. I wonder if that would work. I don't know. I just don't know. I ain't got an answer yet. So, all right, I'm back in a minute. Get the hat, put you on the hat, and we'll go for a spin down the road. All right, let's see how well I do. Got the hat cam on. See if I got it angled down enough to where we can. Front brake is okay, not great. Ooh. So I'm in pass 0, so that means I'm just pedaling. Oh, here we go. Wow. Okay, so I'm in 6th gear, 7th gear. I'm going 16 miles an hour, according to the speedometer. That's in pass 1. So let's go to pass 2. Really, I tell you what though, I mean in pass 2, you can't pedal. You might as well just because you can't change gears any lower or any higher. And that's doing, according to this thing, 21. So if you do pass 3, That's a 23.4, 24. Give up pedaling in pass 3. So I just got the throttle turned down. So I got it in pass 5. It is saying 26.6. 27. You can't pedal. There's no way, you're going too fast. So you just have to use the throttle. So now if we go back down to pass 1, you can actually pedal and maintain. I'm doing 17. Pass 2. You can still pedal in pass 2. But in 7th gear, it's still 21. Back brake is, these brakes suck. Let's just say it like it is. The brakes suck. All right, because I'm doing, let's see here. I'm hitting 20. Let's hit the brakes at this black mailbox. Stopping power isn't that great. So let's go back down to pass 1. Pass 1's good. Did I not put that kickstand all the way up? Apparently not. There, kickstand's up. So I'm back into pass 1. So basically, you get into pass 3. I mean, you're going to pedal a little bit and then let off. Because once you get up to 23 miles an hour, man, your legs are really moving. I mean, yeah, I'm doing 25. Let's go back down to pass 1. Really needs to be at least a 10 speed or better if you want to use the different pass levels. Let's go back around the block and I'll let the brakes bed in a little bit more. So at pass 5, which according to this thing is as high as it goes, which I think I think you can tweak that. But the problem is, once you get to 20 miles an hour, you can't really pedal it. As far as comfort, that's not bad. Might have to fix the seat. I'll check the gap on those pads. See if we can close the gap, see if they grab a little bit better. But if you don't want to pedal, which I got a bike so I can pedal it, pass 1 is fine. I'm doing 16 miles an hour, nice steady pedal, 7th gear. So you can see the 7th gear right there. According to this, I've gone 1 mile. Dude, that's gonna be a workout, I'll tell you. I'm used to walking, man, not riding a bike. Oh, some bugs are out at bad, jeez. Be nice if it had some mirrors, but maybe I can get some clip-ons. I don't have a lot of real estate left. So I got the phone up here. So not a whole lot of space left. On the left side, maybe I could put one mirror. Can't put bar end mirrors on here. Well, maybe I could try. I'm cruising along at 16.3 miles an hour. Hopefully that's coming up on the display. Well, that's what the display says. Now let's go into pass 2. I mean, you can still pedal good. But it really needs a few more gears. It's just too easy to pedal. It says it's going 21.5 pass 2, but it's just too easy to pedal. If you know what I mean. We're going to go left up here. See, that's why you want mirrors. I knew that car was behind me. Behind me. We should be able to go straight here. Well, it says I've gone 2 miles. There's no rear suspension, so I'll have to take it back on the trails back there behind the house. Seat's okay comfy, but I haven't ridden it that long yet. Actually, I want to take it up to my property, which from here, it's either 6 or 8 miles one way. If you really squeeze on these brakes, they work okay. Not great. I'm going back down to pass 1. I think pass 1 in 7th gear, it's going to be a pretty good leg workout. I can feel that in my thighs. If you're wanting to get a good workout. I'm going 16.5. Ooh. Tell you, go for a 12 to, what, 16 mile bike ride on this thing. Ooh, that'll burn. I think I might have to work up to that. So when I get down here to the stop sign, we'll hang a left. And then we'll just cruise on throttle only. Brake check. Okay, that's getting better. There we go. Okay, now we're throttle only. And it's only doing 20. 21. Something I'm looking at. See if there's some sort of speed setting. Max speed setting. Because it claims, I don't think you got to change the PAS level. Yes, you do. You have to change PAS level even on throttle only. We're at 26. 27. 28. 28.8. 29. Well, it definitely goes what it says it'll go. But I do like the fact that you can just turn it back to 0 and then just actually ride it like a bike. So right on 3rd gear. And I'm clocking at 11. Second gear is a little too easy to pedal. Oh, that's right, you can use this little switch right here to change your gears. Dude, I'm feeling this. Man, I ain't rode a bike in forever. What was I thinking? Get in shape. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it's got pretty good pickup. I'll give it that. And this is PAS 1. And 3rd gear is just not enough gear. 7 is it. Tell you what though, it's gone 4 miles. And you can definitely start to feel it in your butt. And I ain't got no ass. Okay, at least I can tippy toe. Where this would be a problem with the seat height is if I'm back there, you know, on a trail or something or other, which it's not that hilly here, but let me get your camera aim down. It's not that hilly here, but you know, you get up on a hill and you can't flat foot it, you know, you're just gonna fall right over, you know, because you just don't have enough purchase with the tips of your toes. So I will look into bending. Yeah, I'm just afraid if I go and try to bend that, it's gonna break somewhere. Or I do like that it's got a back rack, because then you can strap a bag down here, a water bottle, which I bought a water bottle just for that purpose. Yeah, if they just made this mount right here, maybe farther back, make it angle back more, or had put on here, hopefully the camera's seeing it, right here, put something to where you could adjust this part of it back that way. I don't know, man. I'll play around with it and see what I can come up with. But, I mean, other than that, it goes what it's rated for, and a little bit more. You know, there may be some sort of cheat settings. I'll have to Google this and see if there's something about that. It rides good. I may have to get a different seat or a butt pad or something like that, because I'm not used to riding a bike. So, and I think we went, according to this, we went 4 miles. I don't know if that camera's going to show that. But, yeah. Handlebars are good and wide. No issues there. Brakes are getting a little bit better. So, you know, I'll just ride it around and see. Now, from where I am to where my property is, like I said, it's either 6 or 8 miles. But from here all the way up to the first road I got to turn right on, which is the majority of the trip, is all sidewalk. Because I see people going up and down them all the time on golf carts. But, all right. I don't know if I'm going to add more to this. I think I am going to add any more to this, so I'm not going to wrap it up right now. I'm just going to wrap it up for now because I need to make some dinner. So, thanks for this portion of it. I'm trying to think if I'm overlooking anything. I do want to go over the specs with you. Online, what the ad shows on Walmart is 1,500 watt peak. But if you go to their webpage, it shows 720 watts, 1,000 watts max. So what is it? You know, does it matter? I don't really think so. But you know, you would like the specs to be what they claim to be. So anyway, I will bring you guys back in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm working around this issue with this thing right here because, as you've seen in the previous video, or part of this, you couldn't lower the seat down anymore because it's hitting this bracket. I looked and looked and looked and, you know, was trying to think of a way to do this, but this bar just needs to be longer. So I've got the seat down, you know, pretty much as low as it'll go. And what I ended up doing, since I'm lacking most of my stuff here, I went to Home Depot, got some 1/2 inch by 36 inch flat bar. This is aluminum. And yeah, I don't have my drill press, so my holes aren't exactly lined up perfect. But I had a couple, found some bolts, took me forever, but I'll be able to bolt this in and then slide it down like so, and be able to give me this additional range that I need to lower my seat down. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got this piece here I still got to drill, and then I'm gonna clean them up. And I got some flat black paint them black, let them dry, and then we'll stick them on and see what she looks like. And for those who have watched this video, tell me what I did wrong. Leave it in the comments. It wasn't nothing major, but I kind of laughed at myself when I caught it. So anyway, be back in a minute. All right, guys, got the brackets on. I should have touched that one up. That was not my doing. Well, it probably was my doing, but yeah, that did the trick. Solved that whole problem. I'm able to get the seat down. It's not hitting. Tried to match up the paint. It's flat black. Ain't perfect, but you know what? It does what it needs to do. So it's all snug back on there. Everything's good. Let me get that hat cam on, and we'll go take it for a spin. Actually, I want to test another thing. The when I was recording with the Osmo 6 on to the regular built-in 50 gigs of memory, I was on the KP Mini, and I was able to, kind of like on a GoPro where you can put the speedometer. Well, I noticed yesterday when I was recording, you know, I'd ran out of space when I was filming, putting this thing together, that switched over to my SD card. And when I got back, I was playing around with it. I couldn't put the speedometer on there. So I'm kind of curious if that only works if it is recording to the built-in 50 gig of memory. I don't know. I know a lot of people, you have to buy a DJI Bluetooth like watch, and then you have to import it into the videos, which really seems kind of stupid. You would think they would make this Osmo 6 better than a GoPro. That's just my thought. So I'm doing 17.8. I'm in PAS 1, 7th gear. Go up to PAS 2. I'm cruising at 23.3. You know what? I go off on this thing and I forget to put the damn kickstand up. It sits so far back behind the wheel, or by the back wheel. Maybe I just need to get a whole used to this whole, I mean, I'm pedaling, but it doesn't feel like I'm actually hitting the, you know, I'm just pedaling. It doesn't feel like I'm actually moving the chain. Got a nice breeze. need to look into getting some mirrors. Can't see what's behind you. Tell you what, give me the country life. Ah, it's pretty here. It's nice. I like it. Hot. Love it. But man, a lot of people, a lot of traffic. Should be a sidewalk somewhere over there. Got a sidewalk. Now, those are reclaim ponds. They're basically gray water that the sewage department, you know, is processed and cleaned and everything, and then they put it into these ponds, and they use it for watering and, you know, stuff like that. Pretty cool concept. Might look into a different seat. Check them shocks out. I haven't even messed with that stuff yet. This is Burnt Store Road. This will take you all the way up into, well, Punta Gorda. I mean, we're technically we're in Punta Gorda still, but it'll take you up to US 41, Tamiami Trail. And I think the sidewalk goes all the way up there. Hey man, there could be some gators in there. But this is the route that I would take to go to my property. Yeah, so now that I got this whole seat lowered and situated, I might get a more comfy seat. Now we're just cruising along at 18.5 miles an hour, or so the speedometer says. I don't think it shows up on the camera. I noticed in the video yesterday, yeah, I wasn't able to see the screen. I can see my phone. I mean, at least when you're biking, you got a nice breeze. Now see, those should be the Florida State flower plant palmettos that are everywhere. That and pine trees. I mean, there's plenty of palm trees and stuff down here. People plant them. I don't think they're actually like from here. Maybe farther down towards Miami, which Miami ain't that far away. I don't know, 140 miles, I think, something like that. 2-hour drive. One of the fire departments. Building. Dude, they got so much building going on down here. There's already gazillion, I mean gazillion houses for sale, lots. Yeah, and they just keep building more and more and more. Ooh. I'm gonna take the PAS level off on that. That's kind of bumpy. I'm in 7th, kick-in pass. Yikes. That'll jar your butt. Yeah, maybe if you're young, younger, youngish. I mean, don't get me wrong, the seat's not horrible. You know, I'm just not used to riding a bike. That's probably all it is. You know, I'm not trying to be negative. I mean, I'm doing just fine. Even though it feels like it's up my butt. All right. Head, turn around here and go back. Hey man, this is a road to nowhere. But you can see back there, tons of construction. All right, okay, PAS, kick in. I've noticed that a few times now, that the PAS doesn't want to kick in right away. And then of course you're in 7th gear. Now this burnt store, I know it goes all the way down to Cape Coral, but I think it goes all the way down to Fort Myers, which we're in Punta Gorda, then you got Cape Coral, then you got Fort Myers. And I'm getting a lot of breeze. I'm still in Pass 1. I should have reset my odometer. I think we were at 4 miles. Still pedaling, haven't used the throttle yet. It handles good. I'll have to play around with rocks or a rocky surface to check these shocks out on the front. There's no rear suspension, it's all tire and your butt. I think I'm gonna need a beer after this. Put it into Pass 2. Clock at 20.7. Back there, of course, another HOA bill. We're going to go back there one day, probably next week, because according to Google Maps, the Charlotte Harbor is right that way, and there's a road. I'll have to find the road that goes out onto kind of like almost a peninsula. Islandish thing. I gotta see if I can find a mount for my bike helmet. I think I got one. really thought my thighs would be burning more today. They're actually better. Now this is where I walk to. It's about from my house to that sign and back, about 2.6 miles. Well, if this thing's recording right, it'll show us how far I went. I think I've gone about 6 miles so far. Amazing how many people don't cut their grass. Pay a company to do it. Which reminds me, I need to get a riding mower. I got that push mower. Yard's big for a push mower. What were you thinking, Greg? What? I mean, as it is, this thing is faster than the Honda Express. Doesn't smell. Doesn't take gas. Starts every time. But, even with that said, the Honda Express is cool. Thoroughly enjoy those things. I gotta do a video on taking the back tire off the Honda Trail 90. That tire's got a hole in it, which I suck. I suck at replacing tires, tubes. I always pinched them. I got better at it, but yeah, my butt's kind of hurting. I need to fix that back tire and see if it'll fire up. I ain't rode it in forever. But there again, another cool little bike. Top speed, maybe 45. Don't want to do it on it. It's better, 30 to 35, I think. Maybe next time in Walmart, I'll look at their seats they got. I just want something wider, a little more comfy. I don't know how them cyclists, man, I don't know how they do it. Them tiny ass seats going right up your butt crack. God, no. No, thank you. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get some more rain tonight. Finally been getting some. Look at all my pretty stuff. Look at all my fruit tree fell over again. Well, you know what I ought to do is before I park this thing is get it out of 7th gear. Whoa! Run into the bushes. Because then I'm going to take off. Hey, let's test it. That's kind of bouncing hard, man. Ooh, that's definitely got to be adjusted. I'll have to look into adjusting that because, man, that really hits hard. good, not cool. Man, that's really hitting. So how do you adjust this thing? Open it. And then do you turn it left? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. But man, that really hits it really hits. So see, I can flat foot it now perfectly fine. Ooh, I got sand in my tires like I'm some cool biker, man. All right, this is it. Guess I will wrap this up. Initial thoughts? I like it. You've seen the issues I ran into. The biggest one was this rack. I will reach out to them and point them out to this video because this was, I'll put a link in the description. I want to say it was like 560 bucks. Yes, the Walmart ad says 1,000 watts, peak 1,500. Website states different. It does state that it'll go 28 miles an hour, which it does do. It will do 28 miles an hour. Actually 29. I haven't messed with the display. I haven't messed with any of that stuff. And then we went, according to this thing, 12 miles. So we went 8. I think we went 8 today. And overall impression, I like it. And I bought this. So, this is not a paid thing. And even if it was, I would say it like it is. I think it's decent for the money compared to, you see so many of these out there for $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. How fast do you need to go on a bicycle? This thing will do 30 miles an hour. That's plenty fast enough. I don't need this thing to go 40, 50 miles an hour, not on a bicycle. Especially, it has no rear suspension. The front I need to look into because that thing bounced really kind of hard. Brakes are decent, not great. Yeah, and I'm 5'9", and now that I fixed this with a seat, and maybe, I looked at the pictures online and they showed a bigger gap, in their stock photos. Maybe this basket thing was made wrong, and, because that bar definitely needed to be longer, and it doesn't look like it's moved any. Yeah. I got the one side kind of straight up and down. This side's kind of angled back a little bit, but hey, I don't care as long as it works. The directions aren't so great. In case you didn't catch it, I had the front wheel on backwards. But that was easy enough to fix. All I did was loosen these 2 screws right here, spun it around, tightened it back up, and put the fender and light back on the right position. Yeah, so, like I said, I'll put a link in the description. I think they have different colors. They're in black, but I'm fine with black. I like it. It's decent, and it will do exactly what I want it to do, and I'm going to get a bigger, fatter, more cushioned seat for my small ass. But trying to think if I'm missing anything. If I've left something out, leave me a comment, and we'll take it from there. So thanks for definitely going along on a ride with me, and catch you guys on the next video.